What's going on, YouTube? It's Astronaut H, and you're here with What More Do You Want Network. This is the first episode, and I thought what better way to get things kicked off than to talk about tomorrow's NBA draft. Now, of course, everybody has their opinion of what or who should go number one. I'm here to just discuss about the one, the only Jabari Smith Jr. Let's get right into it. I'm not even going to hold you guys any longer. Of course, if you know anything about Jabari Smith over the past year, of course, he was a standout at Auburn University. And a lot of comparisons of who his game is like. And, the 6'10 wing is, in my opinion, the only choice for the number one pick in the NBA draft. There is no other player that you should even consider. Yes, I like Chet out of Gonzaga. Of course, he's a talent. But when you look at Jabari Smith, how can you deny being 6'10, wing player with defense? Also, his size. He has the overall game. He has the back down. He has the turnaround. He can face up. He can score at all levels at the college game. So it would be proven if at the pro level he can score also at every level. It's tougher competition, we know, at the NBA level. But with that being said, his body type, if you look at him, he's way bigger than Kevin Durant was coming out of Texas. So that's a plus. So a lot of guys, at the college level and going to the pros, they gotta, add muscle and things like that. I think honestly, day one, he should be able to add an impact to an NBA team. Now, with that being said, the Orlando Magic do have the number one pick. And if they do end up taking Jabari Smith, I do like him with their backcourt of Cole Anthony. And hopefully, I'm going to say hopefully, Markelle Fultz is healthy. Who knows what they're going to do with Jonathan Isaac going forward. Who knows what they're going to do with Mo Bamba going forward. Who knows what they're going to do with Gary Harris going forward. But Jabari Smith is the perfect cornerstone to add to a franchise. Also, Franz Wagner. I'm sorry, I don't want to miss him either. Orlando has a nice young core. Also, Wendell Carter Jr. So, they have a nice young core. Now, with all of that being said, you added Jabari Smith into the fold who can dribble, pass, shoot, because I believe every NBA player can do that today. Dribble, pass, and shoot. Now, if you want to take his game to the next level, of course it's going to have to be a little more polished going forward with, going up against NBA level talent. But without question, the Orlando Magic shouldn't have no reservations with not taking Parker at number one. Tomorrow evening, if any other name is called other than Jabari Smith at number one, I would be shocked and I would be appalled. Now, with all of that being said, Orlando hasn't been one of those franchises to say, are they going to be a contender? I mean, the East is much better. They have been much better over the last few years, but young teams, the younger teams have shown promise, with Atlanta a few years ago, with the rise of the New Orleans, excuse me, with the rise of the Charlotte Hornets. I was talking about the New Orleans Hornets the other day, so I was thinking New Orleans when I was speaking of the Hornets. But the Charlotte Hornets, it's a lot of young promising Cleveland, a lot of young promising rosters out there. So if Orlando can find a way to mix some veterans with their young guys, then maybe we could be talking about them a few years down the road. But again, when you look at Jabari Smith, he has the total package of somebody that could come in and automatically be an asset to an NBA franchise day one. Just look at him on the floor and you can tell. Like, you can tell NBA level talent just by looking at certain guys. Certain guys have it just by looking at them. Then certain guys, you like, okay, he's talented, but can he make an impact? like I said, Jabari Smith can face up. He can face up, which is a great tool to have at the NBA level. He can face up. He can go by guys. He can back down guys. And his 6'10" frame allows him to shoot over a lot of guys that's going to be smaller than him. And you know, in the NBA, a lot of teams like to switch everything, so that leads to a lot of mismatches. I mean, you saw it in college. You saw it in college where guys were too small for him to even contest his jump shots. So what more can you ask for? I mean, of course, it's going to be a lot on his plate in year one. You know, a lot of execs, or I would say the franchise that drafts him is going to want him to be one of those players that they can lean on during parts of the game. So we'll see. I mean, I'm very excited to see what happens over the course of his career. I was excited at seeing him in college. You know, he was one of those guys that definitely on during the week or during the weekend when Auburn was playing, I definitely was tuning into their games. I definitely wanted to see them go a little further during the national during the tournament, during the NCAA tournament, but unfortunately that didn't happen. You know, the college, March Madness is exactly what it says, is madness. So I think at the NBA level, we will definitely see more to his game. You know, he has the drive as far as he wants to, you could tell he wants to be one of those guys. Like, anytime you watched him in college, you saw him raise his level of game for the competition. So with all of that being said, guys, I think Jabari Smith will be the number one pick. I don't see the Orlando Magic going outside of him. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about Jabari Smith's college career. Let me know what you guys think about the NBA draft. Let me know, do you guys see any steals, any major moves happening? I mean, I got more, but we're going to leave this right here. This is Astronaut H. This is What More Do You Want? Sports Network. Let's get right into it, and I'll see you guys on the next video.